programs are for corporate companies. Most of our programs we do in Langkawi, where you will be. Apart from that, we also do programs in Port Dickson, Johor, and Port Mobile. So we do programs all over the place. So at Wilderness Malaysia, our biggest priority is safety. Why is safety important? I believe your parents, when they send you to school or when they send you out for camp, they want you to come home well and all okay, right? So the same for us as well. And how do we ensure that your camp, that you are safe? Number one is to ensure that our staff has the proper training to take you out on a program safely. Number two, we do risk management. We do risk management. What is risk management? Okay. Most of the things that you do has risk, right? When you come to school, what sort of dangers do you have when you're coming to school?
Huh?
Number one, when you come out of your house, there's cars, right?
Oh yeah,
Do you
got
just
car
walk
eh.
lightly?
Oh,
No,
sorry.
right? Of course, you have to signal left, right. So those are risk management.
你上厕所你掉马桶。
And then of course we comply
Xiao
with
Xing
international standards and practices. So here's a list of training that our staff will need to go through, and they have to be competent in before they take you out of the program. Alright? Okay. This is some of the objectives of the camp. I think our approach of our program is experiential learning cycle. What is that? So we will normally do, our instructors are there, they'll be with you journeying for the 4 days. Alright? They will normally give the safety brief, and they'll tell you, okay, today we're going to do jungle trekking. But it's your camp. Alright? You will decide, okay, what time are we going to get up? What time are we going to start cooking breakfast? You'll be cooking the meals, the breakfast, lunch, and dinner and all. So I hope you're good cooks. Alright? And you will decide, okay, we're going to start trekking at this time. What time are you going to arrive at campsite? All that you will decide. So and then, of course, in the night,
一定要带酱油给马克是对啊，他很喜欢哦。
Alright, folks, I will appreciate if you can listen to me because it's quite distracting if I hear other noises around. Alright, if you can listen to what I'm saying first, then after that, if you got questions, we're going to discuss with your friends, go ahead. Can?
Okay.
So yeah, so at night you'll do debriefs, so that you can learn, okay, how can we make the next day better, and how can you transfer the learning back to school, so that the camp doesn't stay at camp, so the learning should bring it back home, and you use it at school as well. So here are some of the objectives of the camp. Number one is to have a sense of responsibility. I'm sure you're all responsible, but being responsible in a different place and to learn more about yourselves. A sense of ownership, like I said earlier, the camp is your camp. So you have to have a sense of ownership and use it and be responsible over the camp. Of course, there's consequence of action. For instance, if you decide, okay, we are going to cook, because you're going to cook, right? You provide a ration. And you decide, okay, I'm a bit lazy, I'm just going to fry egg. And then you realize that whether just egg for lunch, was it enough? Would that sustain you? So you will learn from the action, the consequence of the action, whether if it's a good decision or a bad decision. Of course, you will team bonding. You get to know your friends better. You'll be putting you in groups, right? So you will have friends from Dwi Amas. You will have friends from MIT that will be in the same group as you as well. And of course, to build your self-esteem. So one of the things that you'll be doing is you'll be camping. Alright? You will be we'll be teaching you how to set the tents. We'll provide you the tents. So you'll be tenting with another person. A maximum of 3 people in the tent. Most of the time will be 2. Alright? So we'll teach you how to set up the tents. So when our campsites are empty, so we'll bring in the stuff in. And so every time you arrive at the campsite, you set the tents and whatnot. You'll also be building the kitchen, the toilet, and things like that. And as normal, then you cook the breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We'll provide the rations, and you will have to cook. You only not cook for yourselves, you cook for your whole group. On top of that, you also cook for your teachers and your group instructors. So I hope you're good cooks.
不要吃到老师死
And if
掉
you don't know how to
了。
cook, alright, in the next few days until camp, go to your kitchen, help your parents out. Okay, do basic things like like cutting onion, peeling onion skin, things like that. That will be really helpful. Another activity that you'll be doing is jungle trekking. You'll be trekking through Malaysian jungle. Alright, if you've not trekked before, it'll be your interesting experience. We'll be teaching you, your group instructors will teach you how to use the maps and compass. And you'll be navigating. Okay, so your instructors are not going to take you, okay? You will be taking the group. So if you were to get lost, you'll all get lost with you. So it's very important when the instructors are teaching you how to use the maps and compass, you actually listen and practice as well. So another big activity that you'll be doing, you'll be doing sea kayaking. We will teach you how to paddle, how to kayak. We will do also some activities called water confidence, where you put on the flotation device and learn how to swim, and then do some easy swimming strokes. And then you'll also do another activity called capsize drill, where you go on the kayak and we ask you to flick and get back on the kayak. Alright? The reason why you need to do the capsize drill is when you're going out on a kayaking journey, in case for any reason your kayak were to flip, at least you know how to get up on the kayak. One of the activities that you'll be doing as a big group is raft building. This will be a competition between all the different groups. So we will teach you how to do knots, and you need to build your raft. And the past years, what we've been doing is you need to transport your teachers on the raft. So it's very important when you build your raft, it's really, really good activity. So where will we be in Langkawi? How many of you have been to Langkawi before? Have been to Langkawi? Alright, quite a number of you have been to Langkawi. So I'm sure Langkawi that you go is the main island Langkawi. Alright? Where we'll be on an island called Pulau Tubang. That's about 15-20 minutes boat ride from the main island. So what will happen is on the 10th night, you take the bus from Sri Mas, and then you take the bus to the jetty called Kuala Belis. And then the 8th, you take an 8 o'clock ferry in the morning to Langkawi.
Whoa.
At Langkawi, we will introduce you to your group instructors. You will do some packing of your bags, and then off to your campsite. That's where you start your camp. Okay, then you go to your campsite. Once you're at your campsite, then you start building your tents, building your home basically. And then the next day, then you start your main activities, whether it's kayaking or trekking. So yeah, so on the Tuba Island, that's where most of our campsites are. So you'll be either trekking from one campsite to another, or you'll be kayaking from one campsite to another. Tuba Island has population. There's people who live, local people that live on the island. There's about 5,000 people that live on the island, like local fishermen and farmers and whatnot. But our campsite is just us. You know, you will not be, generally you will not be seeing people, public people at your area, at your campsite area. So we will provide your camping equipment, things like your tent, your kayak and things like that we will provide. The cooking equipment we will provide. So we will also provide the raw materials for your food. Well, what do you need to bring? So when you bring your bags, okay, your packing bag, please, if possible, put your things in a duffel bag. Alright? Try not to bring your trolley bag, because there's about 100 over of you. If you had 120 trolley bags, that's going to take up a lot of space for storage. Alright? So we would normally recommend, if possible, bring a duffel bag if you have it. Put all your things in the duffel bag. What will happen is when you meet your instructors, we will have to repack your bag. We will give you some bags, let's say a dry bag or a backpack, to put your things in for your camp. Things that you do not need, like say you do not need a set of clothes that you'll be taking back home, for wearing back home when you're coming back from camp. Because you need a set of dry clothes, right, to come back home here. Yeah, things like that you don't bring on camp. That one you will leave in your soft bag. That's what we call the bag that you bring from home. So those things will be left at the hotel. Because on the final night you'll be staying at a hotel. So things that you don't need, you put it in that bag, and you will only receive that at the hotel. So things that you need, you get it repacked, you put that in a backpack or in a dry bag so that you can start off your activity. So for trekking, we will really recommend for you to wear long pants and long sleeve. Why do we want you to do so? So to prevent any injury. Malaysian forest, a lot of thorns and whatnot, so we don't want you to get cuts. There's a lot of bugs, the mozzies and all. So the more you're covered, the better. Alright, and we want you to wear some sort of a shoes, like a running shoes will do. It doesn't have to be like a specific expedition shoes. For kayaking, again we want you to wear long pants and long sleeves. Okay, you can, for kayaking, a lot of them, what they'll normally do, they will wear leggings or tights and then wear shorts over. Alright? And then long sleeve. Or if you want to wear like a short sleeve t-shirt and with the hand socks or the sleeve, you can do so as well. But make sure it's properly covered. Right? We've got a lot of people who sometimes they want to wear a t-shirt and then a sleeve, but then the sleeve comes until to the elbow and then there's a gap. For a while it looks cool because you get a suntan. It looks like a zebra. Yeah. But then the next day when you start blistering, it's not fun anymore when you're in camp. Alright? And you will also want you to wear and have a shoe, a water shoe for when you're kayaking. Why do you need a pair of shoes? Yeah, you don't know what's in the water. You know, sometimes you're walking, you think, oh, it's fine, but then there's lots of rocks and all. You want to get hurt. And your shoe, for your water shoes, it can be a whole pair of school shoes, as long as it's covered lah. You know, if you want, you can go and, if you really don't have an old pair of shoes, you can go and get something cheap and at the shops, like DIY and all, there is that, what we call an Adidas Kampung. Basically, it's a black rubber shoes, where you see 3 lines that looks like Adidas, and that's only like 10 ringgit. So that could be an option for you to get. If you have a rain jacket or a poncho, bring that along. Malaysian weather, you know, it's unpredictable. For a while it can be hot and sunny, the next thing it can be raining. Alright? For trekking, please bring a day pack. So you can put things like your water bottle, if you have any special medication, your poncho and things like that. So a bag which is probably about 30 liter where you can carry your things. Not too small. I know there's some small, so small but you cannot carry anything. So at least, so your day bag is something that you can carry in the bus when you're traveling along. Alright? Water bottle, if you have them, bring along. If you do not, it's fine. They'll provide you with a water bottle. Socks, sunglasses, it can be quite handy when you're kayaking. Right? To protect your eyes. And those of you who's wearing, if you bring your sunglasses or if you have glasses that you're wearing, please have a strap. Okay? Because a lot of times what happens is when people go kayaking, suddenly the kayak want to capsize for any reason, and then when they come back up, the glasses goes for a swim. Okay? But so it'd be better if you have a strap, so at least then it's protected.
什么是 strap？
Towel. Please do not bring a big huge towel. Something small, quick drying and thin will do. When you're at camp, you will not be showering. Okay? You will get a proper shower when you are staying in a hotel. At the hotel there is
So you don't shower for
towels
3
and
days.
stuff like that. Alright?
You.
There's something called a multifunctional head belt that's optional. That's something to cover your face if you need to for sun protection. If you have insect repellent or sunscreen, bring that along. That'll be very handy. So you need them.
带一整罐 cockroach spray
Wet wipes.
去森林
This is where
杀
you get your
动物。
bath. Okay? Because you'll not be showering much. Wet wipe helps, especially before you sleep, so you can actually wipe down the body before you sleep.
Body is not the problem.
Head torch or a torchlight.
看你去游泳就感
at
性好不好？
campsite, it's empty, there's no lights, extra lights. So it's very important for you to bring a torch, a head torch or a hand torch for extra lighting. Okay? And when you bring a torch, make sure you bring your
不懂
batteries as
你
well.
被困在朗高野的时候，你做
You've
哪
got a
一
lot of
个？
experience where people will bring a torch but forget batteries. And then when they come, it's useless because you
第
can't
四
use
个
it.
哦 glove，
Bring a pen and a notebook. You will need to take notes from time to time when you need to do planning, so you can at least write down your plans. Alright? Gloves. This can come in handy, especially when you're doing kayaking, so you can protect your hands, and when you're doing rough building as well. Here's a picture of somebody thought they were being, sun safe. And not didn't want to cover and then they got sunburned. So what
Right.
you want is you want me to put it
Huh?
on the side here where it's really covered from head
这个
to toe.
就塞那个。
It's okay we don't recognize you, but at least you're covered from head to toe, then we know you're protected.
哇，很帅耶！
And that's all from
一部分
me.
红
Is
红
there
的。
any question? No question?
Guys, you have question, raise your hand.
我有好问 Are there any
At
Christians？
least she can show you the kind of thing that she has shown you on the picture. Okay, go. And anyone will do. You can raise your hand and ask a
Yeah.
question. I'm sure the
Oh,
rest will
nah.
say.
Yes. So you bring 2 bags. One bag that you bring into your bus, that's a day bag, there you can put your water bottle and everything. Alright? And then you have your duffel bag where you put all your clothes in. So only 2 bags.
Wait, so you bring 2 bags to the Langkawi?
Yes.
Okay.
So let's say when you're traveling in the bus, the small bag that you could bring into the bus, and then the big bag that stays under the bus. Sorry? Yeah. So that big bag where you pack all your clothes, your belongings. So when you come to camp, you do a repack. We will give you a bag for you to repack. So you will get that bag back at the hotel. Alright? Sorry? Your phones. Good question. We will collect your phones on day 1. Before you go for your camp, you collect it and you return you on probably on the last night.
哎，
In between,
算了啊，你什么
in between,
Snapchat
if there's
去
any your parents need to contact you or something like that,
去
maybe
买个
will actually
GoPro
give you a
我们
contact
vlogging
number,
的
a teacher's contact number, so your parents can contact that person.
啊，你绑爱头啊。
Sorry? Sorry, the what? The ship? The ship is there, but we are not doing any activities on board the ship. The ship is going through refurbishment. Yes.
Got harimau on Langkawi or not?
Got harimau in Langkawi or not? Yes, there is harimau.
Oh no!
Whether it's where you are, that's a different thing lah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Any other questions? Alright, so we've got equipments on the side there on the table. Those are what we recommend for you to bring. You would have received a gear list. Please follow the gear list. Do not bring extra more from the gear list. Okay? Because whatever in the gear list should be sufficient, more than sufficient that you need. Most of the time, we will always recommend for you to just wear the same baju the day after. Okay, at night when you arrive at campsite, then change something dry and clean. Because if you're going to trash one baju, one set of baju, you just trash one set of baju instead of everything. Let me
Oh,
tell
so
you,
like for the
parents
whole
appreciate that.
time we're there, we wear the same
Right?
clothes.
And
And at night change.
yeah, so that you just, if one set of clothes, everybody will be smelly, let me tell you. Alright? So one thing which is very important,
I bring
even when
my
you don't
5
shower,
ringgit
bring your
perfume,
deodorant,
my 喷 A 的那个
okay? And
it's in my bag right now eh.
so that will help your friends. Yes, you get to change. Mask? Alright. So when you're out on the activity, you'll be outdoors. You don't have to wear your mask when you're in the outdoors. But
Yay!
we will recommend for you to wear your mask when you're doing cooking. Because you cook for the group, right? So then we recommend for you to wear your mask. And another time when you would have to wear your mask is when you're in a hotel, because that'll be indoors. Then you have to wear your mask. But when you're out kayaking and trekking, no, please don't wear. Alright? Because it's very hot and sweaty and whatnot. Alright? Yeah. Do you need to bring your own compass? No, you don't have to. We will provide it for you.
Okay, any question for the quick.
Yeah.
Kayak and like trekking and stuff, are they separate ones or can they be the same?
You can use like
You can use the same. Yeah. Yeah. How many what? How many people per? Probably 2 to 3 in the room. Yeah.
Can we choose our own group mates?
You choose your own roommates? Probably not. You put you in groups and your roommates.
No.
Okay, any question
Yeah.
further? Okay guys, I'll give you a quick one on my side so that you can come and look at the equipment so they can pack up and go. Are we okay? Just a quick one. You definitely gonna have question when your parents ask you, who do I call if I want to look for my son or my daughter? We will give you a number the day you come to Sri Lanka and before you depart. We'll put up the number. This is the contact number. The person to contact is Teacher William. So I will be there on the first day, but I won't be there throughout. You're not going to contact the teachers because the teachers will be going on an expedition with you. They won't be always on their phone answering your parents. So Teacher William will be the main contact person. We'll give you the number before you get onto the bus. Am I clear? Okay, next one, number 2. The bus is going to get very cold. Recently has been raining. If it's rain and you're in the bus, you will end up shivering. You may fall sick. Bring a jacket into the bus. It's like a school bag, the day bag. If you're gonna bring up to the bus, you're gonna hug it. Make sure inside the bag you have extra long pants, because you're gonna get really cold at night. I suggest you have something to cover yourself, because I think the last trip I went, I was inside my sleeping bag on the bus. You just have to make yourself as comfortable as possible. Guys, if it's raining, I can tell you no joke, you can get really cold. And the thing is, because we can't really off the aircon entirely, so please make sure keep yourself warm on the bus. You don't want to go down to the compartment, drag your luggage out, take out. Okay? So please be good in your planning. Number 3, make sure you bring some pocket money, because on the last day you will have about maybe roughly 2 hours in to 3 hours to get your lunch, do a quick shopping. Then on your way back, you probably need to spend some money for dinner as well. So if you're not looking for heavy shoppings, I would say 50 is definitely enough for the 2-3 meals. But if you are going to want to buy some stuff, I'll suggest you have roughly about 100 to 200 is sufficient. Please don't bring 1,000. Okay? Next one. Okay guys, you have to be in Sri Amas at 8:30 at night on the 10th July. Okay, the reason why we need you at 8:30, because other than taking your attendance, knowing your group, we are going to do on the spot nasal swab. Okay, I'm going to swab you before you get on the bus. Guys, we're not going to finish by 4:30, hurry up. So what you do, if you have the nasal swab at home, don't do it at home, bring it to school, do it on the spot under the teacher's supervision. If you don't have, don't purposely buy. We will get, of course, we get a few. Then you can buy it on the spot. It's about 8 ringgit plus 9 ringgit only. Okay, just bring a loose change. Come on a day, on a Sunday. Are we clear? 10 July, 8:30. Come a bit earlier so we can swap you. Okay, next one. So people, the person in charge in Sri Amas, if you have a question further, will be myself. You can also ask the teacher who went for the camp, like Teacher Sam, Teacher Brendan, I don't know who else, there's a lot of others who went. Teacher Patrick also. Another one is during hiking and kayaking, definitely have to be long sleeve or short sleeve. If you are any part of long sleeve, short sleeve, you are not covered, I already told the coordinator, we will take you out from the activity and you cannot participate. Because guys, this red color is not what you see. Eventually will blister up. It's bad, guys. You cannot sleep. It's horrible. That's the reason why we want you to be fully covered, because your first burn is always the leg and the shoulder. You cannot lie down. It's so painful at night. The next thing you have burn that is on your ear as well. You're gonna get burned, and I have students who got 2 blisters on both sides of the ear. So it has to be stood up, long sleeve, long pants. When you're going for hiking and when you're going for kayaking. Any other time when you're cooking, you're in the campsite, you can wear short, but please don't show your bum bum. That's all. Okay, that's all I need from you. You want to wear short, fine. But not do it when you're going for activity. Am I clear? Okay, good. And the last bit, Teacher William will be the teacher coordinator. He's not going to be with the group. We have teachers dedicated for the 6 groups already. Teacher William will be the main contact person. He will be the one representing all 3 schools, or the principal's decision if you guys go against any of the school rules. Such as, number 1, wandering off without permission. Whether you are at the mainland, you're in Langkawi already, or you're in the forest, you wander off without permission, that's one problem. Secondly, crossing over each other's hand, especially boys and girls. And we consider this as indecent behavior in private. So long you are crossing rooms, boys and girls, or crossing tents, then Teacher William will final say whether it's going to be a warning letter or it's going to be an expulsion. Am I clear? Don't make me write letter after that. I don't want to come back from a holiday and type letter. I'm not kidding you. We want you to go out and have fun, but please take care of yourself. Clear?
古有。
Okay, so if you ask me how you should dress up, like a Teletubbies,
他都看这个 video 啊
you sure will be fine. Zip up, wrap around some